Good morning, students. Welcome to our business organization, that is partnership. We are running with the form of organization partnership, and we studied the features, merit, and demerit. Today, we are going to see what are the types of partner and what are the types of partnership form. So let us move further and see the types of partners. There are various types of partners you will come to know after this video. The first partner we are going to study here, that is active partner. The name itself tells you that that partner is very active. You can see on the screen that I have made a diagram and it shows that he is running. That means it's very active partner. What actually the active partner is doing in partnership? A partner who takes active part in the management of activities of partnership business is known as active partner. So he takes active part in each and every activity of the partnership, and he is also known as working partner. He may play the role of manager, organizer, controller, and many other roles he plays. But remember, his liability is limited. You already know what is meaning of limited liability. So here you can see on the screen what actually the active partner is. He contributes the capital, that means he brings the capital in the firm. Then he participates in the management of the firm. He shares profit and loss of the firm, and his liabilities are limited. And he takes part in carrying out business on others' behalf. That means he is the one who is working very hard for the partnership firm. Okay. The second we will see, that is sleeping partner. Okay. Now exactly opposite of active partner, but what actually he contributes or what we will see all these things. Sleeping partner is also called as dormant partner. Okay, he has one more name, like active partner and working partner are the same. Here sleeping and dormant partner are the same. He contributes the capital, that means he brings the capital in partnership form. He does not participate in the management decisions or in discussion and all. He do not participate. He shares in profit and loss. When he brings the capital, definitely he will share the profit and loss. His liability is also unlimited. Everything is similar to active partner. Only the difference is he do not participate in management of the firm. So he is called as sleeping partner. Next we will see the third one, that is secret partner. So here secret partner means it's similar like active partner, only the thing is his name is not disclosed to the general public. Now like active partner, sleeping partner, secret partner also brings the capital in the firm. He also share profit and loss in the firm. His liability is also unlimited. He also participate in the management, and he what actually is the difference, his association is not known to the public. Everything whatever he's doing like active partner, only the difference is his name is kept secretly, it's not disclosed to the general public. Clear? The next one, fourth, is nominal partner. Now this partner only gives their name and goodwill of their firm to the partnership. He neither invests the money, that means he do not bring the capital, he do not share profit and loss, but his liability is unlimited. He do not participate, he will not give the capital, so he is not at all bother of profit and loss. He is not at all bother to take participation in the management. He also does not take any active part in this thing. Only the thing is when he gives his name, when he gives his firm's name to use, okay, so he will have unlimited liability. What he gets in return is goodwill. Okay. The next comes is partner by estoppel. Here he is the one who by his word, by his expression, or by his impression, he pretends like he is a partner to the outside world, to the general public. Everyone thinks that he is the partner of the particular partnership firm, but actually he is not. He is not the partner. So what happens? He does not bring the capital because he is not the partner. Okay, he does not share profit and loss because he is not bringing the capital, and he does not participate in the management also. Only the thing is, he gives the impression to the outsider like he is the partner, and his liability is unlimited. So his liability is unlimited towards the third party who have entered into dealing with the firm on the basis of his pretensions. Like if I believe that person A is the partner in ABC Limited partnership firm, but actually he is not. When I do dealing on behalf on understanding that he is the partner, in that case his liability will be unlimited, because he is pretending, he is giving an impression like he is a partner. Okay, then the next comes partner by holding out. It's exactly opposite of partner of estoppel. He is the one who is falsely declared partner of the firm. Here the partnership firm is declaring him as the partner. In earlier case estoppel, he himself was giving an impression, but here the partnership firm declares the partner of the firm, whereas actually he is not the partner of the firm. And even after becoming aware that he is being known as a partner, he does not deny for it. So his liability is unlimited towards the party who have deal with the firm on this declaration that the particular person is a partner of the partnership firm. So understand the difference between partner by estoppel. Here he himself pretend that he is a partner, and here partnership firm declares that this particular person is partner in the partnership firm. Okay, so he do not bring the capital, he do not share profit and loss, he does not participate in the firm, and only the thing is his liability is unlimited. Next comes is a minor partner, very important one. Here the minor partner means he is below 18. Major means above 18, minor below 18. A minor is a person who has not attained the age of 18 years. Since a minor is not capable of entering into a valid agreement, he cannot become a partner of a firm. However, but minor can be admitted in a partnership firm to get the benefit of capital, because when we bring below 18 years minor partner as a partner, he will definitely bring the capital in the partnership firm, but only with the consent of all other partners. They should agree that 18 years below person will be a partner in the firm. He cannot be asked to bear the losses. He will only enjoy the profit, no losses. His liability will also be limited, okay, to the extent of the capital though contributed by him. He will not share the loss, only profit. Okay, he will not be eligible to take an active part in the management of the firm. Am I clear? He is below 18 years, so he is not, he cannot enter into valid agreement, but they agree because they need capital. That person will bring capital, will enjoy profit, but no loss sharing, and liability is also limited. So this were the types of partners, and let us move towards the types of partnership. Now partnership is classified on the basis of two things, that is duration and liability. Duration means you can understand on the basis of time period, and liability you already know what is liability. So let us see the first one, that is partnership classification on the basis of duration. Here again they are classified into two, that is partnership at will and particular partnership. Now partnership at will, that means this type of partnership exists at a will of partner. By their will they make a partnership firm, and when they will, when they have a wish like they should not continue, they will end the partnership firm. That means they will wind up the partnership firm, they will dissolve the partnership. Okay, so for a will, according to that, so termination terminates when any partner gives a notice of withdrawal. So together they come to do a partnership, and whenever according to their will, they will wind up the partnership firm. Next, second one on the basis of duration is particular partnership. That means they do a partnership for a particular project, or we can say for a particular reason, and once that particular reason that it's over, particular thing is over, specific thing is over, so their partnership will be dissolved. Now example, they got a project, they came together for the project of construction of dam, and once the dam is ready, the project is over, partnership will come to an end. So this is for a particular period, and the first one, that is according to their will, they will do a partnership. So this is classification on the basis of duration. Now let us move towards classification on the basis of liability. Generally we say that the liability of the partners is unlimited. Okay, so here general partnership means the liability of the partners is unlimited. They are liable to pay in the business as well as in their personal property also. Okay, so general partnership means the partnership, all the partners liability is unlimited. And when we talk about limited partnership, okay, so when we talk about limited partnership, at least one partner's liability should be unlimited and rest all can have limited. In general, everyone's liability is unlimited. In limited partnership, only one partner should have unlimited liability and rest all can enjoy limited liability where their personal property is not in danger. Partners do not participate in firm and there is no mutual agency. Okay, that means here in limited partnership, the person who has unlimited liability will work actively because his personal property is in danger. And in case of general partnership, everyone will work with a mutual consent, with having a good understanding because everyone's personal property is in danger. And general partnership where the registration is optional, but it is always advisable to have to register the partnership firm. In case of limited partnership, it is compulsory to register the partnership firm under Partnership Act. Okay, so this were what we studied today about different types of partners and partnership firm. Now let us move towards partnership deed. Deed means an agreement. This is the written agreement where the stamp has to be put and the certain terms and conditions which all the partners have to be followed is called as partnership deed. It's a written agreement and it's like a contract where all terms and conditions are mentioned. Now what actually is in the partnership deed? What it is mentioned? Name of the firm, where address of the firm, duration of the firm, like what will be the time period, investment made by each firm, what is the capital brought, what will be the profit sharing ratio of them, then terms of the salary, drawing, capital, everything, all terms and conditions, what will be the duty, who will be the active partner, then how the new person will be admitted in the partnership firm and when it will be retiring, and if there is any dispute, how it will be solved. All details are mentioned in the partnership deed. Okay, now how the registration of partnership is done? It's very easy. So registration is not compulsory, but it is optional, but it is advisable because it will help you to have a evidence in the court of law. So the consequences if you do not register your firm: number one, a partner of an unregistered firm cannot file a case against any other firm and not even among the partners. Second consequences is the firm cannot file a case against the third party as well as. The third consequence is the firm cannot file a case against its own partners. So in any case, they cannot go to court and ask for the justice because their partnership is not a registered partnership. So it is advisable, you should always register your partnership firm and be on a safer side. So today we have learned types of partner, partnership firm and deed of partnership. Thank you so much. Be connected to us. Keep on learning.